Hey, welcome back as we go into the Gospel of John again and kind of get ready for Sunday. I want to encourage you to read chapter 15. You may have read that last week, but focus on chapter 15 again this week. As Jesus talked with his disciples again in the upper room, we're on Thursday night, the night before the crucifixion. And so Jesus is really sharing heart-to-heart really important things with his disciples because the time is getting really close to when they're going to have to carry on after he leaves and the Holy Spirit comes to them. And chapter 15, we're going to really talk about remaining. That's the word, to remain, the word from the upper room. As you read through chapter 15, really there's three relationships talked about there. First, you'll find our relationship with Jesus. When you read through that, count how many times you find the word remain there. Then you'll find our relationship with one another in chapter 15. When you read through there, count how many times you find the word love. And then at the end of chapter 15, you'll find, it talks about our relationship with the world. And find how many times the word hate is used in regard to how the world feels about Christians. We're going to focus, though, Sunday on that first one, our relationship with Jesus. Because really, that is the basis of our love and unity to one another, and the reason why the world hates the believer, because they don't accept Jesus Christ. They hate him. So we're going to focus on that. And Jesus uses the story, the allegory of a vine, a vineyard, and the branches and the fruit that come along with that. And that was something they were very familiar with, his disciples. Of course, it was part of their everyday life, what they ate, what they drank, the fruit of the vine, the vineyards around them. They saw them all over the countryside. So they know that. It was a cash crop, so it was important for their commerce in that way. But it was also really like a national symbol, kind of like we might think about the eagle or the stars and stripes for America. The vineyard, the vine, was a national symbol for Israel. Sometimes it was even imprinted on some of their coins, and there was the symbol on a part of the temple because it was kind of an indication of who they were God's vineyard. So as you get to reading through chapter 15, here's some things I want you to look for. Okay, three things to identify. First of all, who's the vine? Who's the gardener? Who's the branches? Okay, fairly easy to find as you read through there. Who's the vine? Who's the gardener? Who's the branches? Okay, then think about this too. You might read through it more than once, or maybe you can do it all in one swipe. What happens when a branch is fruitful? What happens when the branch is fruitless? And what happens when a branch produces fruit, but not as much as it should? And find out what Jesus says about each of those situations. Fruitful, fruitless, and bearing fruit, but not as much as it ought. And think through that. And then three questions that will come to mind, I think probably as you read through this. What is the fruit? And we'll talk about that Sunday. Okay. How do we remain? Very important. We'll talk about that Sunday. And what is commanded of us? To remain or to be fruitful? I think you'll find it's to remain. We're commanded to remain in Jesus, and when we remain in him, we will naturally bear fruit. And when we don't, that's when the problems come. So just as kind of an experiment now then, I guess, for Sunday, I brought this from home, okay? And so I'm going to take this beautiful, healthy plant here, and I didn't have any vineyards, don't have any don't have any grapevines, anything like that, so I can settle for this. But take this, and I am going to snip this. There, I did it, okay? Still looks pretty good. Let's see what this looks like by Sunday. Okay, I'll bring this and we'll see what it looks like by Sunday when it's been disconnected and it's no longer abiding in the vine. Another part of this experiment is, let's see what I look like by Sunday if Velva notices I took the plant off the piano and pruned it. Okay, so I'll see you Sunday, we'll find out.